Good morning, everyone. This is a short little webinar for all the people teaching 3150 to show you where Brightspace is right now and what we have been able to create. We're putting this out to you first, and we'll make a version for the students later on, closer to September the 8th. So they'll have a sense of what Brightspace is. That one might take a little bit longer because I'm assuming that most of these students will never have used Brightspace before. So a few things on navigation through Brightspace if you now have your section of Brightspace. One thing to be really careful of, you'll see up here, my name, Paul McGuire. If you click on your name and you go view as a student, that is really useful because it shows you the version of Brightspace that your students will have. And you want to make sure that everything is there in all the different sections that you're looking at. So just want to show you that to start with. So this is how we have organized the content for the course. On the left-hand side here, you'll see there's an overview. This is the overview. And this is an introductory paragraph that has been modified by Linda, and it's in its introduction specifically for 3150 students. You'll see here, and there's no link here yet, once the syllabus has been done, and I know that Linda and Heather are working on the syllabus right now, we will add the syllabus as a PDF here, and there'll be one syllabus for all sections of the course. And it'll go in here, obviously before next week. So that is the overview. One thing that's really important, really from an instructional design point of view, we are trying to make Brightspace as simple as possible for our students. Simplicity is like one of the most important things I think that we can do this year. And so you'll see as I go through the content here, there's not a lot of content available for students at this point, and I'll explain why as we go along. Bookmarks, we've done nothing with that. Course schedule, this will get updated every week. And if you click on full schedule, you'll see that there is one entry right now. It's for next week. And here in the schedule, we outline the tasks for the week. And anytime they have to go to anything, what we are doing is we are putting in a link. So the students if they click on the link, they can go directly to where that material is in Brightspace. So again, we're trying to make this as simple as possible. So there's a few things that they need to do. Based on Tracy's work and what she has written up for the first week, they need to go to the OCT advisory and take a look at that advisory. It has to do with digital presence and footprint. They also have to do their personal introduction, and we have sections for them to go either FF, HH, or QQQ. If you click on that, you'll go right directly to their personal introduction section. It's right there. And obviously, nothing's there yet because we haven't started. So again, we're just trying to make it really easy for students to find that material. We'll go back to content. So again, the course schedule will be updated every week, and the course schedule is exactly the same as what you'll see when you go to the modules. In the module, this material is mainly Tracy's, but we've added some stuff to it. We're going to try and put visuals in to make it a little bit more user-friendly. This is, again, her material. We've changed the reading here, so the reading is Daniel. And we may want to talk about, do we want to give them any questions or anything like that, or when we're going to do that kind of stuff. The resources are linked here, and again, these are in the resource section. Now, below that, Tracy has put her office hours. I can't really change that, but you can go in and add your office hours right here. There's nothing in there right now. So whatever you want to do for there. What's really important is this checklist. At the end of each module, we will put a checklist just to, again, let students know what they need to work on for the upcoming week. The links are all exactly the same. So there are two sections where they can go to find out exactly what they need to do. So this may change before September the 8th if that's the decision of the group, but that's what it looks like right now. It is not visible to the students, as you can see, but once the course opens, they'll be able to see that material as well. Okay, so that is Module 0, like the introduction to the course. You'll see that Module 0 is also listed on the side right here. So you have Module 0, the office hours. Module 1, you'll see here that it's hidden. What we have done with all the modules, all the content modules beyond the first week, we've hidden everything. And we're doing that because we're probably going to be rewriting those modules, and it's just going to cause confusion if we have those open for students to take a look at this point. So they're all hidden, and we want that to stay that way. When it comes to the different sections, we'll just take a look at the first one, the QQ section. You'll see that there's more material in here for students to take a look at. And when we do our webinar explaining this, I'll go through this with students. Communication in the Urban Communities cohort and Brightspace, how Brightspace works. There are two sections there. And then all the discussions will go in after that. So the first discussion is the personal introduction, and the link in the checklist and the link in the schedule goes directly to this site right here. Below it, we have something called the water cooler discussion, and the water cooler discussion has a restriction on it so that only students in your section will be able to see that, so you won't have your water cooler discussion cluttered up with points from students in other sections. It looks like this, and students will be able to start a thread, and it's like just an open discussion that we will have there for the entire year. One of the big things that Michelle wrote about in her course, that it's important to have just open discussions here so that students have a place to go if they just want to write something down, talk about things, and this is where, at this point, this is what we're doing for that kind of a conversation. Going back to the main page, which is a little slow this morning. So you'll see their introduction and their water cooler discussion. And that's basically all they really need to look at for this week. The learning logs are all there. And again, there are restrictions put in the learning logs so that only learning logs for students in your section will be coming to you. And that's later on. That's a basic introduction to Brightspace. Please take a look at it. Make sure you add in information about your office hours, and there's not much else you really need to do beyond that at this point here. So if you have any questions, please let me know, and that's after a lot of work, that's what we've got in our Brightspace to look like. And I'm not sure exactly when it's going to be opening up, but when it opens up, we're all going to be looking basically the same, and that's going to make things a little bit easier as time goes on. We have a section on course resources here that we won't go into at this point, but all the resources for the course, documents, readings, things like that, anything that we want to keep in a separate spot will go into course resources. So we'll be using that as well. Anyhow, hopefully that's helpful for all of you. Please let me know if you have any questions, and have a great week.